Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Joe Wilderman here, of course, with Michael Ray. We're backstage at the Grand Ole Opry doing something that's the first of its kind. This is the first simulcast of an album preview. That album, of course, is Amos, which comes out this Friday. I know the Opry is such a special place to you. Tell us about your love for the Opry.
Yeah, it was my grandfather's named Amos, and so when it comes to my story, it was him. I feel like he kind of planted that seed for me way before I even came along with the family's band and what he, his love and passion for country music and the Grand Ole Opry. He was the one that taught me about the Grand Ole Opry, the significance of the Grand Ole Opry, what it meant to country music. And I made my Opry debut April 24th of 2015, and this is the stage that you never get used to playing. It's always, the feelings are always the first time, the nerves are always the first time. When you step on that stage, you're not just playing your songs, but you're representing country music, and for that time you're on there, you're representing the men and women of the Grand Ole Opry. It's something I don't take lightly, and it's an honor just to be here, and it's an honor for me to be the first one to have my album broadcast live all over all the socials. So,
Sure. Take us back to your debut here on the Opry.
my debut, my grandfather passed away February 4th of that year, so a couple months before we were able to, and he was one, like I said, I was watching the VHSs of the Grand Ole Opry with Minnie Pearl and String Bean and Roy Acuff and Grandpa Jones and Marty Stewart, and it was always that thing of, hey, I don't know how you get there from Eustis, Florida, but if we ever do, we're going to do it together, And so after he passed away, it was about 3 weeks later, I got the email to pick your Opry debut date. And so it was like, man, we were so close. And but on my debut, I was able, thanks to the Grand Ole Opry, to honor him in probably a bigger way than I could have if he was here with us. And I had my family with me. And one of the moments I remember, I debuted playing his guitar that he played for 50 years. And did Green Green Grass Home, Porter Wagner's version. And I remember finishing it, and it was obviously emotional, and I looked over, and my dad was standing right back here, and my uncle and my grandmother's in her wheelchair, and then Ricky Skaggs was standing right next to her, and I was like, this is not a normal day at the office. So it was something very special. My first time stepping in the circle was with my dad and my uncle, so it was just a big day of celebrating and being able to make your opera debut.
Very special. We have people out in the audience here waiting for you to perform your album. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. We also have people watching across all of your socials as well as Opry socials. So I'm going to let you take it away.
Let's do it. Follow me. All right, Grand Ole Opry, everybody listening around the world, how we feeling tonight? Y'all, come on. Girl, well, I know how people feel when they're watching their favorite band. Their whole world starts coming alive. And girl, well, I can't hide it for real, 'cause I don't know if you'll understand. Looking at you kinda feels like when the lights go down. Got a ticket to the best show in town. You give me that front row feeling, screaming with my hands up. Walk in the room and everybody stands up. You got my heart singing, whoa, oh, oh, oh. You steal my kisses, girl, you steal the show. You know it, the way you work it, baby, you're a natural. They love you in LA, NYC, and Nashville. That leather jacket and blue jeans, I mean, damn, girl, I can't help it, baby, I'm a fan, girl. Got me in the palm of your hand, girl, more than I can stand, girl, baby, I'm a fan, girl. Girl, when you're in my arms, you shine like the brightest star. Give me the best night of my life, kinda high. Being next to you kinda feels like I'm a spotlight glow. Want a t-shirt with your face on it. Oh, you give me that front row feeling, screaming with my hands up. Walk in the room and everybody stands up. You got my heart singing, whoa, oh, oh, oh. You steal my kisses, girl, you steal the show. You know it, the way you work it, baby, you're a natural. They love you in LA, NYC, and Nashville. That leather jacket and blue jeans, I mean, damn, girl, I can't help it, baby, I'm a fan, girl. Got me in the palm of your hand, girl, more than I can stand.
motorcycle, the lights go down. Got a ticket to the best show in town. You give me that front row feeling, screaming with my hands up. Walk in the room and everybody stands up. You got my heart singing, whoa, oh, oh, oh. You steal my kisses, girl, you steal the show. You know it, the way you work it, baby, you're a natural. They love you in L.A., NYC, and Nashville. Down leather jacket and blue jeans, I mean, damn, girl, I can't help it, baby, I'm a fan, girl. Got me in the palm of your hand, girl, more than I can stand, girl, baby, I'm a fan, girl. Thank you guys. How we feeling, Grand Ole Opry? It's such an honor to be here. Thank you to the Grand Ole Opry for letting me debut some songs off my new album, Amos. It comes out this Friday. Everybody listening around the world, everybody in the room, thank y'all for making me a part of y'all's day. Hope y'all having as much fun as we were having. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. The song's called Summer Water. Come on. Sometimes the lake got angry as the lightning when it crashed. Sometimes it was so still, it looked like a sheet of glass. But it washed away our beer cans, and it washed away our sins. It talked us out of all our clothes and begged us to jump in. There was magic in the summer water. Learn to swim in the summer water. And all the small town sons and daughters were baptized 1,000 times, built a fire by it like an altar, gave it every song we could offer. Memories float on it like a bottle, out there on the summer water. When her heart was broken, it was better than a church pew sanctuary. A lot of long kiss rides, skip sun-drenched, orange crushed, bottle caps got buried. It's where you spend the first night with your first love before the mercury starts falling. It's where you spend the last night with your first love before somebody goes to college. There was magic in the summer water. Learn to swim in the summer water. All the small town sons and daughters were baptized 1,000 times, built a fire by it like an altar. We gave it every song we could offer. Memories float on it like the bottom, out there on the summer water. Come on! Something about the summer water. Every girl, that's where you brought her. It's where you slipped that ring you bought her. On her shaking hand, built a fire by it like an altar. Gave it every song we could offer. Memories float on it like the bottom, out there on the summer water. Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing. You having fun?
I'm having a blast. Are you kidding me? If anybody told me in my life that I would be able to debut my second record at the Grand Ole Opry, I would say you're lying. And we're here, and we're the only people here. So thank y'all, and thank you to the Grand Ole Opry. Y'all give it up for the Grand Ole Opry for allowing us to be here and stand in this circle, and it's just an honor.
Awesome. I think some fans have questions. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it. Anyone have questions back here? Okay, come on over, Michael. What is your question? What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica, what's your question?
Do you have any tours for the fall?
We do, yeah. We're going out with Old Dominion this fall for the Happy Endings tour. Us and High Valley will be out, and it's a special fall. It's my first time being direct support in an arena setting, and thankful to the guys of Old Dominion for believing in us and putting us in that spot. And I'm excited to be out there with those guys and play for all the fans, and also sit back and kind of take notes on those fellas. So it's going to be fun. So y'all come out and see us. We're going to be all over the place. I think all the tour dates are announced now. So.
Okay, anyone else over here? Okay, we have
Yes,
another
sir.
question. Let me go.
This is like The Price is Right.
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Scott. Yeah, how does it feel to be on the Grand Ole Opry stage today?
It's unbelievable. How does it feel for y'all to be on the Grand Ole Opry stage? I mean, this is awesome. Like, I say this all the time. You remember, I'm not married, so I don't have an anniversary to remember, but you remember like birthdays, and then you remember your Grand Ole Opry debut. And mine was April 24th, 2015. And a lot of times you play a lot of places, you play a lot of clubs, or you play, certain places, and you kind of get used to it, and you go through the motions, and that's never the case at the Grand Ole Opry. It's the same nerves. I mean, even as confident as I was during sound check, it's like we start the interview, and then the Opry nerves start coming in. You start realizing that, when you step on that circle, you're not just representing your music, you're representing the men and women that paved the way in the Grand Ole Opry and the significance of the Grand Ole Opry and what it really means. And so being on this stage and being here tonight, it's just, it's chills. I mean, every time it's unbelievable. So thank y'all for being here and joining us.
I think you have 3 more songs to perform. Everyone ready for that?
We got some more.
Good? Okay.
Yeah, y'all having a good time? Sunny up above the clouds. She got a mouth full of innuendo, but she makes it sound innocent somehow. Those hungry eyes can't be denied. Take me to church, show me the light. Straight masterpiece, way out of my league. Yeah, but I'm gonna hold her like a trophy tonight. Come on! She's decorating my car, so she'll be breaking my heart. She's 2 wild horses to be all mine. I'll be a beast of burden on borrowed time. She's gonna rip off any kind of label. She's into leaving those strings untied, keeping it tax-free under the table. She might only be mine tonight, but that's alright, that's okay. She's gonna be one hell of a one that got away. That's alright, might hurt, but hey, she's gonna be one hell of a one that got away. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I ain't gonna sit here and overthink it. I got a tiger by the tail, and I'll just smile when she sinks her teeth in. She'll leave a scar in her story to tell. She's decorating my car, and soon she'll be breaking my heart. She's 2 wild horses to be all mine. Be a beast of burden on borrowed time. And she's gonna rip off any kind of label. She's into leaving those strings untied, keeping it tax-free under the table. She might only be mine tonight, but that's alright, that's okay. She's gonna be one hell of a one that got away. That's alright, might hurt, but hey, she's gonna be one hell of a one that got away. Come on. Hey, hey, he's gonna sting me, but damn it, I want it. Hey, hey, honey's so sweet in that moment. She's decorating my car, soon she'll be breaking my heart. She's 2 wild horses to be all mine. Be a beast of burden on borrowed time. She's gonna rip off any kind of label. She's into leaving those strings untied, keeping it tax-free under the table. She might only be mine tonight, but that's alright, that's okay. She's gonna be one hell of a one that got away. That's alright, might hurt, but hey, she's gonna be one hell of a one that
Thank you. One of us still has our picture taped up on the dash. One of us took that one from Mexico, threw it in the trash. One of us don't even notice the radio plays our song, and one of us breaks down and has to pull over whenever it comes on. No, there ain't no in between when it comes to her and me. One of us moved on, one of us got stuck, one of us is drinking just for fun, one of us is drinking to get drunk. One of us sleeps good, and one of us hates to face the night. Just depends if you're talking about her world or mine. There's a number on a phone that one of us erased. There's a late night, can we try again call one of us wants to make. 'Cause one of us can't even think about being in another's arms. And there's a car in the drive that stayed all night where one of us used to park. One of us moved on, one of us got stuck, one of us is drinking just for fun, one of us is drinking to get drunk. One of us sleeps good, and one of us hates to face the night. Just depends if you're talking about her world or mine. For a while we had forever in our hands, and that's why one of us can't understand how one of us moved on, one of us got stuck, one of us is drinking just for fun, one of us is drinking to get drunk, one of us sleeps good, one of us hates to face the night. Just depends if you're talking about her world or mine. Yeah, that's the difference between her world or mine. Thank you. Everybody in Opry, let me see y'all's hands up. If you're at home, you're listening, y'all get those hands up. I feel you. I feel your energy here at the Opry. How we feeling today? Y'all good? What's wrong, girl? You're looking down and out. I'm sitting over here trying to figure it out. Why a pretty girl like you is corner booth crying all alone. Well, who wrecked your world? On a Friday night, you should be moving slow in the neon lights, held close with a kiss, feeling right instead of waiting by the phone. Didn't he hold the door? And didn't he bring you flowers? Girl, you deserve down on one knee with a ring in front of that Eiffel Tower. Forget about it, he in the picture no more. Shut the door, block it out, here and now. To break your heart, just chase a good time and erase the pain. The hurt Let me buy you a beer, get to working on moving on. When it comes to him, forget about it. What you say, girl? How do we turn it around? Maybe move to the bar, knock some whiskeys down, hit the dance floor and get down. Baby, are you down to forget about it? He ain't in the picture no more. Shut the door, block it out here and now. To break your heart, just chase a good time and erase the pain. The hurt and the tears and the wasted years. You need a little bit of hey, baby, come over here. Let me buy you a beer, get to working on moving on. When it comes to him, forget about it. He ain't in the picture no more. Shut the door, block it out here and now. To break your heart, let's chase a good time and erase the pain. The hurt and the tears and the wasted years. You need a little bit of hey, baby, come over here. Let me buy you a beer, get to working on moving on. When it comes to him, forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Drunk. Bass. Jeff, bring that acoustic, son. Lucas on lead guitar. Opry, y'all make some noise. Come on. Give it up. Thank you.
Another set of awesome songs. Thank you so much. I can tell that a lot of heart and soul went into making this album. A lot of work too.
Yeah, a lot of work, and I feel like, cutting this record, the fans made me feel confident in being myself and kind of cutting a record kind of with the curtains dropped a little bit, and touring the last couple years in between two records, and you learn a lot, not only as an artist, but as yourself, and you grow, and you grow as a person, and then you hear stories while you're on the road, how, we're all going through a lot of the same things, and I don't know if fans understand how much that we get from y'all. Y'all tell us that y'all get so much from us, but y'all give a lot to us, and y'all help people like me. Y'all help my band. You help artists be themselves and feel confident. When you step out into the world of the open, it's kind of like jumping in the ocean on the deep end, not really knowing how to swim too well, and one of your floaties is popped. So you're you're kind of just hoping some people like you and dig what you're doing, and so when they do, kind of makes you feel like you can be fully open and be yourself. So
I think we have more questions from the audience.
Awesome.
Anyone have a question? You, sir.
Hey, my name's Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
My question for you is, what inspired you to first start playing music?
That's a great question, man. I'm from a small town in Florida, and from Lake County, Florida. And my grandfather, Amos, that's who the album's named after, he got out of the Army, married my grandmother. They had two kids, my dad and my Uncle Terry. And my grandfather passed on that passion. He was a great guitar player. And so he passed down that passion to that generation, my dad and my uncle and those cousins of then. And they formed this family band called the Country Cousins back in the 80s. And they toured all through Florida and stuff. And then my generation came along and us grandkids. And I think my grandfather was doing a process of elimination because I think my oldest sister Ryan came and he was like, all right, let's see if she's into it. And I don't know if she got into it soon. And then Christina came and he was like, all right, let me see if she's into it. And I don't think that worked. And then here came along the only boy at the time. And so I think he was like, all right, I'm just going to grab him real quick. And, but it was, I grew up always on stage with them as a kid. And my dad was a lead singer, so I was always right beside him. And then about 9 years old, we were in North Carolina at my Uncle Kenny's property, one of my grandfather's brothers. And when I say there isn't anything to do, like we cleared the land to put the tents. Like there's nothing to do. And there's just tents, a couple campers, and a river. And they were, my grandfather always had guitars around. My Uncle Kenny played as well. And so I was like, man, I really want to learn how to play. And then it just kind of started from there. And I learned some chords. And the next thing you know, I was spending every weekend playing with him and his buddies and people around Central Florida. My first taste of any music was traditional country music. And so one of my first songs was Today I Started Loving You Again, Merle Haggard. And then I went Green Grass and Home, Porter's version, which I sung my debut on the Grand Ole Opry with. And, then Ray Price, Hardest by the Number, you name it, that's what I was raised on, that's what I was playing. And so just kind of like that bug of once you start kind of learning it. And then I think also having my grandfather so passionate about it, it became like I wanted to know more than he did, which I never did. And so, which I think looking back now, I think he held some knowledge. I think it was that type of story of I taught you everything you need to know, not everything I know type of thing. So, so it was him, man. It was him and my family, and that's who just kind of kept going. And it was one of those things where it was never like a forced thing being in a family that played music. It was just, hey, as long as you want to do this, we're down to, we want you to keep doing it. And so when it came time for me to try to make the decision on moving, I called him and my dad, and it was just like a move. You have a better shot of spending your 20s trying it out and seeing where you're at later on than looking back when you're 50 going, hey, man, I wish I'd have done this and what would have happened. And so it was him, man, and that's why we named the name, that's why we named the album Amos, because I feel like my story started with him back in the day, and I feel like he planted that seed, and it just kind of has been growing through generations ever since. So
I love it.
Thanks, man.
Who's next? Anyone? Yes, you, ma'am. What's your name?
I'm Rachel.
Rachel.
My question for you is, what's one of your most memorable or meaningful performances you've done?
That's a good question. Riverfront last CMA Fest. I got to bring out Randy Travis, and we did Forever and Ever Amen together. And, CMA Fest is coming up, and I think when I think of CMA Fest, back when I was wishing I could come up as a fan, we can never make it, but it was fanfare at the time. And so I just remembered every time there was a moment that they showed on TV or whatever it was, there was always like a big moment like that. And I was like, man, it'd be cool to kind of create that for the fans and have something that like they're not expecting. And Randy Travis at Riverfront's one of them. And so it just happened to be there, and I asked his wife, Miss Mary, I was like, hey, would he want to come out? And he came out, and we did acoustic. And to stand next to somebody that is not only a legend, an Opry member, but in my opinion, one of the best male vocals of ever in music. I mean, it's just such a great tone in his voice. And he came out, we did the Amen, and then the place just went nuts. And it was awesome. So that might be one of my favorite all-time moments. So thank you.
Last question.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hi. My name is Tammy, and thank you for doing this for all of us here. This is just awesome, this concert.
Oh, thank you.
We didn't expect this. My question is, who or what group of people inspire you now? What country music artists, or maybe in the past or now, that just you really think about, really inspire you?
Yeah, one of mine was one of my first concerts in Tampa, Florida, was Garth Brooks, and I was about 12 years old, 11 years old, and one of the things that I took away from that as a kid was, you would think as a kid you would take away the fact that he had fire coming out of something, and he was just swinging from the rafters and breaking guitars and all that stuff. But for me, it was when he just stripped it all down, and it was the dance. And he held this entire arena, TD Waterhouse, it's not there anymore, it's now called the Amway Arena, but in the palm of his hand. And I remember being as a kid, and I was just started to where I was like really getting pretty good at playing guitar and being able to accompany myself and learning quite a few songs. And I just remember that moment going, I want to create that. I want to have concerts where I can create a moment where I can take people away from whatever's going on in their world, whatever's going on outside of wherever we're playing, and be able to just everybody lose themselves in that moment, and then he ramps it back up into, you know, Papa Love Mama, and then it's off to the races again. But it was that moment for me, and so I would say Garth, you know, growing up seeing Kenny Chesney, Merle Haggard, Gary Allen was a big influence to me because I grew up on a lot of the Bakersfield sound, a lot of the Buck Owens, you know, Dwight Yoakam, Merle Haggard. When Gary Allen came out, it was like Dwight was like my dad's generation, and Buck and Merle was my dad, grandpa's generation. And even though I was huge fans of them, I felt like Gary was that guy from my generation, and he had that Bakersfield Telly sound, and just this. I'm a sucker for sad songs, and he had a lot of them. So I think just that and the whole thing. So learning from him and growing up listening to Haggard, growing up reading those books of Loretta Lynn and her husband going in a station wagon to all the radio stations and having to play her records, and you know, Hank Sr. getting in a car and they just travel and just build it town by town and fan by fan. And I think growing up, I didn't realize how fortunate I was to be turned on to that knowledge. To me, it was just what I was doing. I thought everybody else was listening to the same stuff till I got into middle school, and people were buying Limp Bizkit records, and I was buying Earl Thomas Conley Greatest Hits. So wasn't a lot to talk about on the school bus. But I got to, you know, looking back now, I didn't realize that it was paving a lot of the way for me of when we were going through hard times as a band. You know, when I first moved to town, it was me and 5 other of my band members living in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. We were all sharing the tour van, you know, as a vehicle. And those moments, being able to look back on what those artists did, really inspired you to keep going and stay strong and keep up the fight. So, thank you.
Would you like to perform a couple more songs
Yeah,
for us, please?
Yeah, we got a couple more. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
take
Y'all
it
having a
away.
good time? This next song is one of my favorite ones on the record.
Caught you wishing out the window last night, wondering if the moon was talking back. Got a feeling that you got God's ear, yeah. I know I feel like it's closer when you're here. It's like you got a song in your head that nobody else knows. So just follow it, baby, wherever it goes. It's gonna hurt to let you go, but baby, go fly so high, so high. I can watch you dancing forever, turning those stars into letters. Write your name in the sky. When you laugh, when you cry, just catch that breeze like a feather. Turn your tears into treasures. When you're here, when you're gone, well, I'll be here looking on. So keep on dancing forever. There's something in the way you're looking right now, telling me my time is running out. Guess I'm waiting on your next move. All this time I thought I was leading you. Now look at you. I can watch you dancing forever, turning those stars into letters. Write your name in the sky. When you laugh, when you cry, just catch that breeze like a feather. Turn your tears into treasures. When you're here, when you're gone, I'll be here looking on. So keep on dancing forever. Yeah, keep on dancing forever. It's like you got a song in your head that nobody else knows. So just follow it, baby, wherever it goes. It's gonna hurt to let you go, but baby, go fly so high, so high. I can watch you dancing forever, turning those stars into letters. Write your name in the sky. When you laugh, when you cry, just catch that breeze like a feather.
Thank you, guys. We have one more song, I believe, right? One more song left. And I just want to take a second. This means the absolute world to me. And the fact that I get to be up here. This is the first time the Grand Ole Opry's ever done this. And so if growing up watching VHS's artists that sit on this stage and being here with you guys, y'all making time. Thank you to the Opry. Thank you to everybody around the world listening. Boss Shop, wherever you're at, thank you for making this dream come alive. Buffy, everybody, my label, everybody that puts so much hard work that don't get the credit that they deserve. And my band up here on the stage, y'all make some noise for them because they did a lot of work while we were out doing a lot of other things that we needed to do. And whew, wasn't expecting that. But thank you guys. Thank y'all for being here. It means the world to me. It's something I do not take lightly standing on this stage. It's an honor. And this next song is our current single and our first single off of our new album, Amos, that comes out Friday. The song's called Get to You.
Somebody had to hurt you bad for you to give up like that. Somebody had to break your heart in two, but that ain't me and you. So tell me why, tell me why, tell me why you can't look me in the eye. What am I supposed to do? Well, you say we're through. Why do you run away from love? What the hell are you so scared of? You walk away when you've had enough of trying, of trying. Girl, there's always gonna be some pain, a little sunshine, a little rain. It doesn't mean it ain't worth it, babe. I'm trying to get to you. One day you're gonna love again, mess up and let somebody in to every part of your whole world. Think it's unthinkable, girl, but somebody's gonna break those walls. Somebody's gonna watch you fall. You're gonna give it your all, and I hope that I'm around when you finally find out why you run away from love. What the hell are you so scared of? You walk away when you've had enough of trying. Girl, there's always gonna be some pain, a little sunshine, a little rain. It doesn't mean it ain't worth it, babe. I'm trying to get to you. To you. So tell me why, tell me why you can't look me in the eye. What am I supposed to do? Well, you say we're through. Why do you run away from love? What the hell are you so scared of? You walk away when you've had enough of trying. Girl, there's always gonna be some pain, a little sunshine, a little rain. It doesn't mean it ain't worth it, babe. I'm trying to get to you. To you. Somebody had to hurt you bad for you to give up like that. Somebody had to break your heart in two, but that ain't me.
Thank you guys, Grand Ole Opry, Jordan, Sally, everybody at the Opry, everybody. Thank y'all so much for allowing us to do this. Thank you guys. Thank y'all for letting me play some songs off my new album, Amos. And hope y'all get it Friday afternoon. I love you guys. Thank you.
First of its kind for the Opry.
Yes, crazy.
Yes. Album June 1st. There's also a pre-order link, I believe, online that you can click on.
There is, yeah.
And you'll be here Saturday.
I'll be here Saturday, 29th time.
Awesome. As well as Monday in New York City at our venue called Opry City Stage.
Yes.
Thank you so much for this. This
Thank
is so
you.
awesome. I hope you all had fun. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for being here. Any last words?
Thank you guys for coming out. We love you guys. Y'all make sure to come back to the Grand Ole Opry. Bring your friends, tell all your friends. Thank you all for being a part of history and a part of my life that I will never forget. I'm glad that we got to share this moment together. Thank you guys.
Very, very cool.